This is why I don't put wigs on, because I start feeling a fantasy and then I just lose control and then I forget where I'm at. It's a natural cause and effect reaction. And it's just life. It's liberty and the pursuit of Heidi. Yes. Oh my God. Hi everyone, it's me, Heidi N Closet, and we are in my drag lab in West Hollywood, California, and I'm about to give you a lovely tour of my closet. I don't think the fandom expects too much from a Heidi look because they just see me on Drag Race and they saw what I was giving on Drag Race. They're like, okay, she has a good personality. Hello and welcome to Heidi's Closet. This is my drag room. I call it the drag lab sometimes. It's actually cleaned up today because usually it's a hot mess. I did take a couple hours to clean up. It's called set dressing, and set dressing matters, let me tell you. When I consider myself an organized person, now, I can get organized, but I can't stay organized. I have come to terms that if I do not go through my drag every once in a while and get rid of some stuff, I will be on hoarders buried alive. Moving from North Carolina to LA, my organizational skills have changed a bit because I used to have like a big basement full of like space. And now I just have one little drag room, which it's fine because there's a lot of closet space. Closet. But it's evolved from a pile in the middle of the room to hanging up on a rack. Being on Drag Race, I think, has had a really big impact on my style because now I can really live and do all the things that I've always wanted to do that I couldn't afford to do. So now I can really cultivate and bring forth the fully realized version of Heidi that I've always wanted to be, but didn't have the funds to be. When I started drag, it was all about, okay, let's get on stage in a little leotard, dance the house down, get this coin, and go. And now I actually get to live my fantasy of all the extravagant, over-the-top things that I've always wanted to wear. I'm still just the same queen I always was, just got a little bit of fashion. We have the accessory wall. It's not a wall. It's just a bunch of jewelry. These are all jewelry things and whatnot. Trees. Look at these, just gorgeous. Oh my God. These just make me feel rich. Oh my God, look at that. Just a woman doing woman things. This is my headpiece that I wore during RuPaul's Drag Race season 13's finale for my rose gown. It was for me to give up Miss Congeniality. You see the little dew droplets? I like the details, it's the details. The devil is in the details, and it's just so gorgeous. It makes me feel rich. I would describe my style as fun and festive. A delicious woman just out to go handle some business. Delectable, seductress, soft and supple, of course. There's always like something sparkly. She loves sparkles. I'm a silhouette. I love a good sickening silhouette. The outfit, go back on season 12. The outfits might not always been right, but the silhouette was always on point. I love just suppleness over here and like a tight waist and just something on the, just to accentuate the curves. Now this jewelry, I love it so much, but it's also part of my most traumatic experience on Drag Race. This is the choker that I was wearing during my spring runway that fell off my head. So it's just, it drapes on the shoulders. It was all over the place, but it's a really nice choker. It fits me perfectly because it's custom made. Memories. I wish I hadn't worn that headpiece. We don't have to talk about spring, do we? Okay. My spring one way. My spring runway was actually, it was another drag queen that I borrowed. It's actually a headpiece and a skirt, and I wore it as a dress. I wanted to be over the top, and I was like, I want to really be extra. And you know what? Sometimes being extra isn't the right thing to do. I take inspiration from so many different things. I take inanimate objects and start building off of that. I take like a stone that I really like a pearl or something, or like a gemstone or something, and I build off of that whole concept. I like to just pull inspiration from so many different things. For people like Diana Ross, we love to see it, because she's the boss. Duct tape. I could take inspiration from actually, Ooh. The birth of an idea. Now I'm going to show you these couple of looks that I have been working on. Now I'm not gonna show some of the more elaborate ones because I don't want y'all to steal my gorgeous ideas. But I have a couple of them that are really cute. There's this really like clean cut, classy dress. Just gives you rich woman going for an interview. Just, you know, just something subtle. I maybe want to do like maybe a nude illusion instead of white here. I don't know yet, but we're gonna see what it looks like when I put it on my body. I can't draw, but I love thinking of concepts and visualizing them. And then Manila Luzon, I'm actually really good friends with her. And I go over to her place, I have a cocktail and some wine, and I visualize it, I spell it out for her, and I tell her how it should go and stuff, and she just draws it out for me. That's like my creative high. I love it because I come up with some crazy stuff, as you'll see hopefully in the future. But I love that part. I love the creative process of that. I just can't draw it out. So they get stuck in my head. So I have to have someone that can draw them out and stuff. And then I like take it to a designer, say, hey, this is what I thought of. And then I do give them some creative reign, like if they want to tweak things here and there. But as long as it's true to the original concept, I'm fine. And here's something that I love as well. Just a really nice coat. We all love a good coat. Keeps you warm, even though the arms are out. I don't know how warm I'm gonna stay. But it's lovely. I love the colors, the textures. It's gonna be gorgeous, it's gonna be fabulous. This one's actually inspired by a game controller, and I'm really excited to finally get this made. It's gonna be so gorgeous, it's gonna be so fabulous, it's gonna be so fierce. Because I didn't come to play games. Oh my God. Because it's a game controller. I thought that was funny, okay. Now let's move over to the cheap rack of drag, because I keep my drag separate. I have a cheap rack of drag and I have the expensive drag behind me. So we're gonna start with the cheap stuff first, okay? I still have my infamous, my gorgeous, my phenomenal Michelle Visage runway look. Now, I don't know why they hated on it so much. I thought it was gorgeous. It was classy, it was elegant, it was clean. And actually, this is the actual dress Michelle wore because Jackie sent it to me. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that, just the beauty, the fashion. I don't know why I was in the bottom that week. I looked good. I don't know what they were talking about. I feel like my Michelle look was so much better than what they perceived it as. And then Michelle was like, I don't want to look like I'm wearing a globe on my head, as she wears a globe on her head. Fun fact, I had to make that hair myself. The mohawk I wore in episode 2 and 3 at the beginning when the groups came together, that was the same hair. But I had to take the mohawk, fold it in on itself, spray paint it black, and hairspray it so it pin it together so it would stay, because I didn't have enough hair with me. And I made that in my hotel room. Hairspray and desperation. And actually when I do that, you can actually see some of the blonde poke through when it flattens. That's how you know I'm telling the truth, because literally all the inside is blonde. Oh, we got a good one right here. My golf runway from the ball challenge. Oh my goodness. Just living the fantasy. I bought this outfit off of another queen. I knew I needed this look, and I was like, I don't have a sporty look. I don't have that, because that's just not what I do. But this queen I knew back at home did this for a presentation in a pageant. I was like, I could do golf. You know, Tiger Woods could never look this good. Me and my drag sister made this look. We were told basketball wife realness, so I was going for real basketball wife. They go for like really simple dresses that are simple but still really expensive, and they have a nice little flair to them. That's what I was going for. I did all the stonework myself, just very simple, subtle. I still tinker on looks. They're never as good as what I get from designers, but I still dabble a little bit. I can sew a little bit, as y'all saw on season 12. Now that we're done talking with the cheap drag, let's talk about the good stuff. Now the good stuff I keep in here, away from the sunlight, away from air follicles, dust, anything that may harm my garments, because I want them to be safe and have longevity, yes. I have some go-to designers. Of course, as y'all probably will be seeing, my drag sister Bang Bang Lip Dash, North Carolina based. She does a lot of my designs. Also, Joshwan. Joshwan is a fabulous, fabulous designer. Abraham Levy is working on some stuff for me as well. Chaos Couture, one of my good friends, actually. Going to new designers helps like broaden what you can do, what you look and what you give and what you serve and live. The most difficult part of working with a designer, for me, is coughing up the money. I'm like, my heart, it hurts. Just like my first boyfriend, no, it was not harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm joking. Actually, Drag Race was a lot harder than I thought it was. You know, I was like everybody else sitting on the couch watching Drag Race. If I was there, I would do such and such and such. Mama, when you're there, it's a whole nother story, let me tell you. It'll get you right together. But it's also the funnest thing I've ever done because I just love drag and getting out and acting a fool. And that's what I pretty much did the whole time while I was there. This garment is what I wore during the I'm That Bitch challenge on RuPaul's Drag Race. This is actually one of the few garments I had before Drag Race. This was one of my old dance costumes that I had. Nicki Minaj loves pink, so we were giving very Nicki Minaj, the house down boots. And it has a leotard that goes with it because this is completely see-through. I was so insecure during my season and not confident in myself whatsoever because I actually remember being there and feel like I didn't belong there. And like, I didn't think I was to par with the other girls. That was the biggest thing in watching it. I was like, if I had just been as confident as I am now then, oh my goodness, I feel like I would have been able to maybe go all the way. Maybe not win, I still wouldn't have won. But, you know, I would have made better moments and choices and stuff, yeah. Miss Minaj says she hated my hair and makeup. And you know what, so did I. Looking back. But the thing is, I tried to switch my makeup in between the challenge and the runway because it didn't look as bad for the challenge, but then on the runway, I was like, yikes. So I probably shouldn't have switched up the makeup, but I was like, oh, how dare she, of course. But also, it gave me a moment to grow and learn. And look at me now, just a woman. This is the base of the gown that I wore during the Bride Wore Black runway. I had to bring this out just because, you know, I wanted it. So I had to bring her out of the closet. Out of the closet! How to get the hoop and the train to stay on. There's actually a lot of like buttons that it snaps to around the collar, around the back, around the hips. There's also a hook right here to help support the hoop thing around me because it would just fall back if I didn't. It was a whole like masterpiece. That was actually the look I was like, please let me get to wear this before I get eliminated. That was like in my head during the whole season. I was like, just let me get to this look, just let me get to this look, just let me get to this look. My favorite looks I wore on 12 were definitely my Pinocchio look. And then my Stars and Stripes was really one of my favorites. My Frozen runway, where I made the hat and the muff for it. And my purple one that I got eliminated on that I sold because I was not gonna keep it because it's unlucky was a gorgeous look as well that I really enjoyed. My Buttons and Bows runway is so cute. It's just a little Pinocchio moment. My cheeks were out. Fun fact, my last name is Cheek, and that's why I wanted my cheeks out. I had a little butt on the butt too. I was nervous about a lot of my runways. To be fair, I was nervous about a lot of my runways, and this was one of them that I was actually nervous about. But it actually ended up being one of my better runways, which is crazy. This garment is actually older than I am. This piece of drag is actually older than me. It's older than 26. Entrance looks. Okay, so I had an entrance look that wasn't my leprosy print outfit, but unfortunately I couldn't wear it. This is what I did wear. It's a skirt and a lovely, lovely jacket. Kind of Mugler inspired garment, but this is what I ended up having to wear on my first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race season 12 because I couldn't wear what I was originally going to wear because of the pinstripes. The pinstripes are actually all glitter and the glitter gets everywhere. It's a tuxedo jacket and pants that tear away and a leotard that goes underneath it all that has a stoned collar. There's some queens whose styles I really love. I don't know if I could ever do them myself, but I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, I really enjoy Violet Chachki's, just snatched waist all the time. My waist does not go in that much. I can go down to like a 26, 25. I'm not going into the teens. I'm not. I refuse. I need my waist size to be of legal age. Katya, her drag is just so unique. I love it. Who's Jada Essence Hall? Who's that? I don't know her. Her drag is very much what I thought I wanted my drag to be before Drag Race. Very polished pageantry, very well put together gorgeousness. But now I think my drag is slightly turning a different leaf just because I have my own lane and stuff. But it's also still, it's very beautiful and gorgeous though. Like, her drag is just everything I want it to be when I'm 55. My biggest surprise was that I was celebrated for the most was my personality and like just being authentically me, which is weird because I was growing up, I was bullied for being who I was. And that's what I was celebrated the most for on the show. It wasn't my fabulous makeup. It wasn't my flawless runways. It wasn't the beautiful hair that I wore. It was my personality. And I had so many amazing things to pick from, and they chose my personality over my looks. And that's when you know you're a true winner of Drag Race, is when they say, Heidi, you're beautiful. Heidi, your hair is amazing. Heidi, your garments are always on point. But it's your personality that sells it to us. You couldn't come to my closet if you didn't see my promo look. Oh my goodness, I still have it. My little house on the prairie, Barbie doll. We were told to be like red, white, and blue. And I chose red hair because I remember during our Stars and Stripes runway, Jeff Goldblum said he really liked red hair on me. And all the other judges agreed that red hair looks good on me. So I was like, well, let me wear red hair with this. And I went with blue and white because it just felt proper. And I think it turned out really good. Now, you probably saw on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, I was on the roast challenge, the Good Girl Roast Challenge. I got roasted and toasted, and this is the garment that I wore. Come on, it's a little heavy. I knew going back to Drag Race, I was like, this is gonna be my first time back on Drag Race since my season. I wanna make sure I look good. So I made sure I looked good, and I think I did. I think I looked flawless. I love making masculine things feminine, just because I do that in my real life. And I think I did it very well. I got to show off a little bit of skin. From the show, I think I really took all the critiques and all the things that they've helped me with. The judges, the guest judges, my sisters from season 12, they've given me so much, and I've taken it and I've applied all the things. And I think it's really helped me grow and glow and like really like improve each and every time. I'm like cheese and wine. I'm getting better with time here. Look at me. My reunion outfit. The season 12 girls, we all were like, since we're doing this virtually, let's do a theme. And they were like, let's do like a sleepover theme. I was like, oh, wow. I didn't really want to do a sleepover theme, but I was like, I guess I'll do it. So I literally waited to the last minute. I literally waited to the last minute to get mine made. I just love the color. Like, I just love peach on my skin. Like, it's just such a gorgeous color. The bow is my favorite part of the outfit because it's just so cute. A lot of people don't see me as like fashionable, so I definitely want to prove to everyone that like, look, I am a fashionable bitch. I just was poor, okay? There's a difference. I feel like we're done here. I feel it in my spirit and I feel it in my bones that y'all have now seen enough of Heidi N Closet's closet. You see what I did? Heidi N Closet's closet. Oh my God. Now it's time to be out of the closet. Oh my God, that's so stupid. The future for Heidi N Closet is looking bright and beautiful. I'm actually working on a lot of stuff at all times. So I'm staying busy, tinkering with a little more music here and there, working with a lot of designers, just to put stuff out and really like have fun. Just, you know, just trying to live the dream, truly. Maybe even write a book eventually. I wanna say thank you all so very much for tuning in and watching along as I gave you a tour of my closet. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all keep watching all these because they are fierce, fabulous, and amazing. We love you all so very much. Mwah! Oh my, y'all didn't tell me my bandana had messed up when I put the wig. Y'all just gonna have me up here looking crazy. Disrespectful.